Okay. We're trying to explain the Nutcracker to Anthony. First time for everything. Hey, Chef Bud, good morning.
Good morning. And hey, everybody over there, I want to tell you what a good man that Steve Kirsch is. That's Steve Kirsch. You hardly know a lot about him, but that's a great man over there. We love Steve
Thank you, Chef Bud.
Of course we do.
Okay, now we're going to do lamb today. And Meredith made, now I'm very proud of Meredith because usually I have to guide her through these things. But these are lamb chops.
Trust me.
And these are lamb rib chops. And what this is this is like from the 5th to the 12th rib bone is a rack, okay? So when you buy them in the store, it's probably going to come something like this where they're stacked together. You just trim them off if you want, or you can buy them like this. Now, one of the things Meredith made a comment just a minute ago, and she said they're like little lollipops. And she's right, but that's a little step further where the meat's Frenched all the way to the eye here, and then it looks like a little lollipop. Now, what we've done, one thing with lamb is lamb does not take very long to cook. Okay. You don't want to cook it too long because if you do, it gets kind of tough. Okay. Lamb's got a wonderful flavor to it. A lot of people are afraid of lamb because they've never messed with lamb before. Right. You're looking for that really nice, deep kind of pink color. Now, I've Frenched these down a little bit, which means taking more of the meat off the bone. So you have kind of the stick.
How do you expect me to do that?
Well, you don't have to. Most of the time, they'll be done for you. So you're just going to eat them today, okay? Now, we've put together a little bit of a kind of a paste, and it has some rosemary, and a little bit of garlic, olive oil, and then some thyme, of course. Okay. And you just mix this together and basically let it set overnight so all the flavors get a chance to marry. And then you're just going to kind of rub it on there. Now, one of the things that you've noticed is these are setting out here. You want to kind of let them set out and kind of get to a room temperature before you put them into a grill or skillet or whatever. I'm using a cast iron skillet today, but it's ribbed. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. But it's got ribs on it, which make it'll mark it. It won't be right down on there. You don't want it right down on the heat. So you're just going to get that to where it's hot.
And how long is the room temperature before you...
20 minutes?
Okay.
20 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. So then you're just going to put them in here, and all you're really going to do is about 3 minutes aside, and they'll be done. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, they don't take very long at all.
So is it still going to be pink, like a medium rare?
Yeah, and what I usually do, because folks don't eat a lot of lamb, is I usually go about medium well, rather than medium rare. Anthony was just having a process from a while back.
Yeah, I had a bad experience.
Yeah. And most of the time it's because it's not cooked properly or been handled improperly. Okay.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let these cook, and then when we come back, we're going to make a mint cream sauce to put on these. Now, a lot of people just use mint jelly, which is fine, but I don't really like mint jelly. I think it's too sweet. Doesn't have kind of that herb flavor. This has got dill in it, mint. We're going to use some yogurt to make a real nice, sauce for it.
There we go. Sounds good, but thank you.
You bet. We'll see you in a bit.
Stick around. We've got a lot more coming up.
Pork chops on the Brady Bunch.
Pork chops and applesauce.
I like this dish because so far it's kind of paleo, if you will.
Kinda, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to make a little quick sauce here and say it's Faye?
Faye.
We're going to use Faye Greek yogurt, which it's F-A-G-E, so I didn't know. But we're going to put a little bit of that in the bowl here.
Okay.
And you're going to mix together in a blender. Now, you want to blend this piece of it. This is mint, dill, a little bit of garlic, and some lemon juice. Okay. And you want to and some cayenne pepper, just a very little bit of cayenne pepper. And you want to blend this together like in a food processor, and then you would usually put this in and just pulse it. We're just going to do it ourselves today. But you're going to pulse it so you don't want to whip the yogurt. You just want to mix it all in there. Okay. It's going to come out something like this.
Why don't you want to whip the yogurt?
Well, because it'll start being like heavy cream. It'll start like fluffing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's
I feel you.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. We're on the same page then. Okay. So then after we get the lamb chops cooked there, this is the cool thing about the lamb chops, okay? Okay. They have the nice French bone on there. You can do a lot of different things on it. You can stand them up. You can put little hats on them, whatever you want. But
Christmas hats.
Exactly. But after you get it done, you just want to put a little bit of this over the side. And this is kind of, it's a thicker sauce, but you can, when you get it on the plate, you can smear it on the lamb if you like. But you just want to kind of let it drape down over the lamb. And this is setting on a bed of sweet potato puree. And what I do with sweet potato puree is it's not really pureed. It's more I bake the sweet potato, then I cut it in half, then just basically clean the outside, the meat of the potato out, and put it in a bowl. Then I add some cinnamon, a little bit of brown sugar, and butter, just like you'd eat a sweet potato baked. And then I whip it together, and it makes you can pipe it on there. You can just put it on there. but it has a lot of flavors of the season with the cinnamon and the brown sugar. And then, like I said, this sauce has a real nice herb flavor to it because it does have the dill and the mint in it. I really like stuff that you can cook with mint, and lamb is one of those things you can do a lot with.
Kind of a Greek dish, really.
It is kind of a Greek dish, but I'll tell you, I heard you guys earlier this morning. This is something you could do for the holidays that it's traditional, but it's non-traditional around here. Most people do turkey or duck or turduckens or whatever the case may be. But this gives you something that's a little bit different, and I have a lot of folks that do these for parties, especially during the holiday season. And so it's a good opportunity to do something a little bit different. And like you said, it is Greek. It has very much a Greek feel to it. So
I like it.
Very decorative there. I love that.
Yes,
I love your presentation.
Well, thank you. The bone, like I said, getting the bones, you get a lot of. Well, you get a lot of height out of that, and that's one of the big things. The holiday season. Next week, I'm hoping to have the whole Chef Bud family here, so you guys can kind of meet them.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some brunch ideas. But this weekend and all last week, I did so many parties and stuff. And I want to show you a picture of a guy that I met at a party at the Flying Inn, which is a ranch that the Nolans own. And we had look, the big fella and the big fella. And let me tell you something about Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus are phenomenal.
Okay.
Santa told me as we were standing there talking that he knew Meredith Keller very well.
Oh,
I've tried really hard to be good.
And no, he knows you. He knew you by name.
I do.
Yeah,
I do know him.
And,
he's been on the show before.
Yes, and he is the Santa, the one that you see at the Star City Parade.
Yes.
And he was a great guy. We had a good time out at the Nolans. And, we had so many people this like I said, over this holiday season that I've done different events and functions for. And it's been a really good, really good holiday season. So we're looking forward to next Monday and kind of kicking off Christmas and getting everybody kind of lined up.
I want to meet all your family.
Yeah, it'll be. What'd you say?
Did he say I've been good?
He did.
Did he say Anthony'd been good?
Yes, and he said that I'd been exceptionally well. Actually, what he said about me was that you seem to give, and that's good, but it kind of offsets.
You need some work.
No, it kind of offsets.
You still need some
There's
work.
a lot of rough edges, though. But we do what we can.
So
You
much.
bet.
We
You
appreciate
guys
it.
make
Follow
good.
him on Facebook
Yes,
as
oh,
well.
yeah.
Good life, good food. I had to get that in.
I need 600. We're almost there.
I'll be right back.
Phenomenal.
See?